how it works for us.
Okay.
All right. Okay, now we move on to the other teams, which Mr. Hokkien Me talks about how we're gonna fill out our squad. So here we have I've put 5 teams together. This outside the big 6, but they have a decent run of fixtures. We'll see. So first we have Aston Villa. Their first game away to Bournemouth, second home Everton, away to Crystal Palace for the third game, fourth game home with West Ham coming, and fifth game away at Arsenal. So not the best run of fixtures, especially
You
after
change
that
the
you see
color. You change the color to like light pink, right?
summer. I mean, yeah. So if it's like darker, it means it's harder. Then lighter is the Man City one should be very hard. But anyhow, this is a mock-up. But Aston Villa, anybody you'll be interested in? Martinez might be cheaper this year. Would you go for Martinez as a keeper? But with those fixtures, very hard. Those fixtures, especially between week 3 to week 7, tough.
Your first
Tough
2 week,
run of fixtures.
first 3 week happy only. After that, wow, a bit like cock
Tough.
stand.
I mean, even third fixture away at Palace is tough. Really tough. I mean, Gerrard did a really good job with them last season.
I will consider Martinez, because I feel other than clean sheet, they got a lot. You mid-table goalkeeper got more save. They got
Save
a lot
points,
of
save points.
Yeah, a lot of save points. Sometimes they add up 2, 3, that become mostly you see top 6 team their keeper won't be man of the match, but middle table one their keeper will be man of the match.
Possibility,
It's
and I think his price probably.
So I won't go for premium goalkeeper
Too expensive, especially if you want to fit in all the wing backs and then you want to fit in Haaland and
Salah.
Salah.
4 million, 4 to 5 million keeper maximum 5 million.
4 to 5 million. What the fuck? 4 is, I think, I don't think we're gonna have a good 4.5 option unless it's one of the newly promoted teams. Because last season Ramsdale 4.5, this season confirmed I think will be at least 5. Martinez also dropped at most, I think dropped down to 5.
This season I won't buy Everton. I won't buy
Everton. We can talk about Everton later. But anyhow, Aston Villa. So any other options you might be interested in? If Martinez.
Bowen only this guy's so on form.
Hey, fuck off. Hey, what the hell? I'm not supposed to swear. But where got Bowen in Aston Villa? You see the color same only there, you Bowen?
Oh, it's West Ham. I hate that mess. Coutinho.
Coutinho.
Every time I mess up one. Yeah.
Same color ma. Coutinho. Coutinho. Oh, it's true lah. How about Jacob Ramsey?
If I need a cheap one
Cheaper but he also his price I think will go up I think at least 5 mil this year at least might be even if more than that then really not worth it anymore.
I don't know maybe this year FPL change the rule, give us 120 million. The price keep going up, then the money is the same, then irritating.
It's true. Well, that's why we have to explore, try and find new players, I suppose new players. Buendia could be an option. Do you think Emil Buendia? He didn't play much last season, but then when he did play, Emil Buendia, attacking midfielder for Villa. You forgot him already. That's how much he played last season because he didn't play that much. But it's true, Gerrard really loves Coutinho, and when Coutinho plays, Buendia doesn't play. So that's the other problem. But when he played, he really had a few returns here, Buendia, especially at the last part of the season. I remember that very distinctly because I wanted Coutinho to return. Instead, Gerrard played Buendia, and then Buendia returned. It was very sad for me. Very, very sad. But how about the strikers? The strikers were an option last season, especially towards the end of last season. Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins, these two big ones. Interested? Are you interested?
They are cheap, if they are cheap, they are 8 million plus 9 million. See, got money or not?
If they're cheap, I don't think they'll be 8 or 9. I think it will still be about 7. I think Danny Ings especially will come back down because he didn't play much.
But he won't start every game.
Okay, well let's see. How about Lucas Dean? Lucas Dean as a potentially cheap wing back option because I don't think Lucas Digne or Din, something else. And Matthew Cash, the Polish
Yeah,
Cash, English
cheap
Polish
option.
Cash
It's a
and
cheap
Din.
option. Cash and linear.
Because I think those two maximum will be 5 only lah. They can't go above 5 lah. Those two. Because we can't fit them all. Like you say, we can't have Cancelo, James, TAA, Robertson, then Dean and Cash and Perisic.
I suddenly want to try. I just remember the Matt Target. Damn irritating this guy.
But Target's no longer there, man. Target's gone to Newcastle.
I mean,
Permanent
I think
deal.
of Newcastle one. I sell him. Wow, I hold on to him how many games? Then when Cash. Oh, then I sell him. He score one goal. Wow, score goal. Wow, irritating.
Okay, so that's there. Anybody else you might be interested in for Villa?
Aston Villa is wait until I slot in, see got who can slot in, know the price, then I slot in on it.
Cash, I mean, I think same old lah. Cash.
But I won't really go for Aston Villa because the first 7 weeks you see quite thorough, quite shack.
This is true. The fixtures.
So you buy and bench for what? You emergency also hard to use. And
okay, so maybe it's an avoid. All right, let's move on to Brentford. Very quickly, fixtures.
One key point I feel is even you buy like 4.5 million, 5 million player from average team. One of the objective is you also need to ensure they won't drop their price. Because last season, I buy them. Their first 4 weeks, their team just happened to perform so bad. Then after 3 weeks only, from 100 million, I only got 96 million.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Hokkien Mee had a tremendous issue with his team value over the season. He was
after that, the thing dropped. Wow, then become I stuck. Even drop 1-2 million, you stuck already.
I remember this. This was
people can have premium 3 player. I only can have premium 2 because short of that 1 million, 2 million.
Big handicap for Hokkien Mee last season. I mean, although sometimes a big experts. They will ignore team value.
To me, one of the objectives now this season, even by those 4 million, 5 million, is just ensure their price won't drop so much. Because FPL, their price drop is a lot of people sell. A lot of people sell. Then if you buy those every people that nobody buy or nobody sell, then their price won't fluctuate a lot.
It's true.
And they are starter. Then it's good. So must choose this kind of category. Like not many people buy. Not many people sell, but they are still starter.
Cash on Dino, I think Cash and Dean, they probably will maintain price at least. Depending on if they get injured or not. But anyhow, moving on to Brentford. So fixtures, they first have away.
Brentford, I totally zero. You say first, sorry.
Second fixture, home with Man United coming. Third fixture, away at Fulham. Fourth fixture, home with Everton. And finally, fifth fixture, away at Palace. And some decent pictures from week 6 to 10. No players at all interest you, None. Not even Ivan Toney as a budget striker.
This guy is if no more Ericsson, this guy is a cock. If Ericsson stay at Brentford, Ericsson is a cheap option.
It's true.
That guy only costs about 5 million plus 5 million only,
But I don't think Ericsson will be 5.5. I think this season at least 6. Right? I mean, considering his form last season, I think they'll push him up to 6. We'll see.
No, but he's still a cheap option.
Okay lah. I mean, if Ericsson stays, then Ivan Toney, would he be an option as a third striker?
Maybe.
How about the keeper? The keeper did very well last season. This David Raya. Until he got injured. But their fixture's not the best. You start with away at Leicester and then Man United coming. The fixtures between week 3 and 7 not bad. But it depends. If David Raya 4.5, he could be a good backup keeper option. Maybe. What do you think? Brain fart.
I'd rather go for Brighton keeper.
Okay, so that's Brentford for you. Not even the.
Really nothing much to say. Brentford.
How about what's his name? The defender Matt Jensen at the end of last season. Which
team?
Is it not Matt Jensen? No. Pontus Jensen, that's right, the centre back from Brentford. Could he be a
No, he's
Pontus
good,
Jensen?
but the first two features
Yeah,
versus
and
Leicester versus Manchester United, you buy him for what?
fifth
Unless
defender,
he's
as a
very
fifth
cheap
defender,
lah.
would you be interested? Last season he ended with a bang. Last season he had like double digits and all this at the end of last season.
No lah, if you tell me third week, I wouldn't consider him lah. From third week onwards.
But everybody else, I don't see any standouts lah for Brentford. Really, very hard.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Wissa, he was like on form. Wissa.
No,
towards
if
the
I
end,
need a cheap option, I will buy him and bench him until third week.
Yeah lah, that's what I'm saying as a fifth defense option to round out the squad kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Brentford. Okay, Brighton. So their fixtures: first week away at Man United, then second home with Newcastle, third away at West Ham, also tricky, and then fourth fixture home with Leeds, and then fifth fixture away at newly promoted Fulham. So it's quite tricky round of fixtures. But what's interesting about Brighton is, and we can talk about that later, is there, and the official FPL site also they reported this, is that a lot of people have been talking about it, is their fixtures, Brighton's fixtures rotate very nicely with Leicester's fixtures, if you can see below. It will like nice rotate nicely. So maybe we can talk about these two teams together. Let's ignore Leeds for now and then look at Leicester's fixtures. So Leicester's fixtures, first week they have Brentford at home. Second fixture is away at Arsenal. Third fixture is home with Southampton. Fifth fixture is away at Chelsea. And if you notice from this graph I made here, where Brighton have red, Leicester have green. So it's just nice. Can rotate. So what do you think? Maybe you were interested in Brighton's goalkeeper. Maybe you can go for Schmeichel and Sanchez. Are you the kind of manager to rotate goalkeepers? Because I think Schmeichel's price won't go up that much. I think maximum
5.5.
I think maximum 5. I don't even think it'll go 5.5. Because Leicester was like terrible last season defensively. So I can't see his price going up.
Because Johnny Evans injured, right?
Yeah, not just Evans injured. There's so many injuries. It was only towards the end, and also because of their European commitments. So this season, Leicester has no Europe. So both Brighton Brighton obviously no Europe, but Leicester no Europe. So it's just FPL exclusive.
They are a scary team in the sense that when they perform, they perform. When they don't perform, they cocked it for 2-3 weeks on.
Yeah, but last season was exceptional lah. Their squad was too thin, and they were in Europe, and they got.
Vardy still at Leicester. Vardy.
Vardy, yeah. Jamie Vardy's still there, so he's gonna be a big option. I think his price will drop. If his price dropped to like 8 or 9, he will be.
You wait long, drop to 8 or 9. You wait long. I can side back with you.
I think it will definitely drop.
10.5
definitely drop.
Huh?
I don't think it will be 10. I don't think it will be 10.5. Because last season he was injured for too long.
10.5 minimum lah. 189. If 89, I snatch him.
Okay, let's see. I think there's a possibility he'll go down to 9.5. Really, there's a possibility. Possibility, that's what I'm saying. How about Madison?
Leicester are only interested in Madison and
Madison.
Barney,
the dinosaur, Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes. But I think
Barney.
Barney, okay, Barney and Madison. How about Schmeichel?
Barnes don't start. Don't always start. The rotation also very irritating.
He started quite. But the problem with the Leicester last season with rotation was because of Europe now. But this season, no Europe. We should see less rotation. I imagine. Should see. Roger's gonna be fully sort of focused on EPL now.
You haven't buy player yet.
Like this one. Okay, but that's there. So Brighton. So going back to the road, how we can interchange players between Brighton and Leicester. Do you think you might go for Sanchez and Schmeichel to rotate goalkeepers? Are you the kind of manager to try that out?
Maybe got chance.
Yeah. Or maybe to rotate defenders, like maybe Cucurella from Brighton and then James Justin from Leicester, that kind of thing for your mid-tier defense.
Leicester? It's Justin, right? Yeah, Justin.
James Justin is a pretty good option, I think.
Yep.
But depends, like you said, or Fofana. Wesley Fofana, but it really depends on how their defense
But
does.
Brighton don't have the midfielder already. The midfielder go Man City, right? Go who are the Bissau?
Oh yeah, Bissouma. He went to Spurs. We didn't talk about him because defensive midfielders are not really an option yet.
The guy
in
performed a lot for
FPL, so we
Brighton.
didn't talk about him. Yeah. So yeah, Brighton will be a very different animal this season. We have to watch and see what happens. So Sanchez might be dangerous because if you don't have Bissouma protecting the defense, it could be a bad thing, right?
Bissouma is defender midfielder, man.
Yeah, defensive midfielder.
Defensive midfielder.
So we will have to see what happens there.
Michael is a good option. Then Leeds zero player. This season, last season never get relegated is because he's just lucky only.
Let's look at the fixtures first. So first they have Wolves at home, then away at Southampton, then Chelsea at home for fixture, Brighton away, and finally home Everton. So it's not bad run of fixtures, but like you said, Leeds were bad.
They are selling their main man, no.
Rafinha. But what about Bamford coming back? But it's not just Rafinha who has left. Calvin Phillips has also left. He has been sold to Man City. So similar to Brighton, they have
Man City buy one more defensive midfielder. Buy two.
Yeah, because Fernandinho has gone back to Brazil.
Then they buy two
original club. So they've bought Calvin Phillips.
They buy Calvin Phillips and the Brighton one. Oh, Brighton one goes Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah,
so Leeds has the same problem as Brighton. They've lost their sort of defensive linchpin, the protection for the defense.
And they're gonna lose their main winger, main attacker.
Yeah, lose the main winger, Rafinha. So it depends on how they reinvest the money, But I think you're right.
They are going down. This season. They are going down.
As you can tell, Hokkien Me is a Man United fan, so Leeds needs to go down apparently.
No, I don't hate Leeds, but they're really going down because last season they are just lucky to stay alive only.
They got lucky and also
last season they're lucky to stay alive. This season they're gonna sell two of their main player.
Yeah.
I don't believe they still can perform.
Depends on how they reinvest. But last season wasn't just luck, it was also Rafinha. Rafinha was really inspirational towards the end. Really inspirational. He really dragged the team up. Gotta say. But anyhow, so those are these 5 teams. Let's have a look at other teams, other sort of mid-tier average teams. Okay, some interest from Hokkien Me. So first we have Crystal Palace.
Wait. Error. You allow error at Crystal.
Why? What happened?
Liverpool, Man City, why all green ones?
Oh yeah, that was a mistake. Do I even have the right fixtures for them? I might have given. Is this the right fixtures? Can you check?
Let me see my phone.
Is the right fixture? Should be the right fixtures, I think it's the right fixtures.
Yeah.
Is the right fixture. So apologies about that. The color scheme is wrong, but the fixtures are right. So first they have Arsenal at home, and then they go away to Liverpool, which is not a green fixture, it's very red fixture. Third, they have Aston Villa at home, and then fourth they have Man City away, also very red, and then finally they have Brentford at home. So very tough run of fixtures to start the season. Even like the latter half, week 6 to 10, they have like Man U at home.
That one is green Leeds home no.
I'm telling you, this whole for Crystal Palace, the color scheme, I got it wrong. Yeah, I did it last night. Okay. So yeah. But anyhow, it's a tough round of fixtures. They got Chelsea at home as well. So it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tough fixtures.
First 5 weeks versus top 6 already. Got 3 versus top 6 already.
So Palace probably is an avoid at all costs for the first 10 weeks. Avoid at all costs. We can talk about them after the first 10 weeks. Okay, we can move on very quickly. Everton. Okay, so first they have I got the color scheme wrong here. So I think these two rows I got it wrong. They have Chelsea at home, which is tough. Aston Villa away, which is kind of tough, but not red, I think. Then Nottingham Forest home, away at Brentford, and finally away at Leeds. There's fixtures 6 to 10, also quite tough. They have Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man United, and also West Ham. So you interested in Everton? It seems like a tough round of fixtures as well. I think they might
Same
get avoid as
category,
well.
same category, same
Don't
category
die
with,
on me.
same category with Leeds.
Yeah, you're right. Especially now that they've sold their main man, Richarlison, to Spurs.
Where?
Spurs.
Confirm already, Confirm already.
Confirm. So Spurs, I mean, Richarlison actually could be a good second striker option if he's not too expensive at Spurs.
Yeah. He was Spurs, but don't know he start or not. You see now,
That is
Spurs
true.
buy so many players. How to?
Wow, Spurs are
them all
stacked,
in.
man. Spurs are stacked. Conte is going for the title or going for some sort of
Kulu go back already.
Kulu what? Kulu's at Spurs, still at Spurs, I think.
On loan only ma.
But so they're not gonna make it a
don't know lah. Even they make it, then where got space to put so many people in? Don't know how you gonna manage, but Kulu don't know still there or not.
It's an 18-month deal. So he's still on loan. He was on loan for 18 months. So it's like the second half of last season and this season still at Spurs. So he's
wow, Kulu option, yeah. Everton to me, Richarlison left DCL for what use?
I think you're right, man. It's gonna be the same category as Leeds, whereby I think they're gonna find it very tough to keep, especially if they don't find like the good kind of reinforcements.
Yeah, they got Ali.
So would you be interested in Dele Alli or DCL, like
Ali
you said?
is
now that
permanent deal, right? Not
is
loan, right?
Permanent deal.
Left Ali
so
only.
He's there permanently. Ali and DCL, DCL would definitely become cheaper. So probably maybe down to 7.5 or something like this.
Yeah.
Would you be interested?
Everton also lah. I don't know. Everton versus Chelsea versus Aston Villa. I see their features.
It's true lah. I think the first 10 fixtures are quite tough, especially week 6 to
Newcastle.
Week 6 to 10. Okay, so let's move to Newcastle, Everton. But how about Everton? You were saying like goalkeepers. How about Jordan Pickford? Even Jordan Pickford, you're not interested?
Ghana Trash waiting for Ghana Trash on this team. You buy their keeper for what? 0 point every week, 0 point.
Okay, so let's forget about Palace and Everton for first 10 weeks. Now moving on to Newcastle. Hokkien is very interested. So the fixtures,
Newcastle
home they have home with Nottingham Forest, second fixture away at Brighton, third one is tough, home with Man City, fourth home Wolves, and finally fifth away at Liverpool, which is also tough. So we have a couple of tough fixtures, but week 6 to 10 is not too tough. So even with these tough fixtures, you're interested. Tell me why.
Boy, you never see last season their form.
Woo!
Although their defense not so good, but you cannot admit their attack very fast and quite smooth, no.
But they were based on a good defense, even with and
now last season they versus Liverpool, is attacking each other. It's not one side defense only, no.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that so Trippier got injured, so he only came second part of the season. But now we have a brand new back line. So you have Trippier. So Trippier could be a good option, right? Especially if he's like still at 5 or something.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you have Target, right? And then you have Dan Burns. And then now they just bought the Botman from Lille, I think, from Lille. So now they have a brand new defense, and Eddie Howe showed that he's been able to whip
their attacker very fast, but the finishing lag a bit.
But then so last season they didn't have their main striker. What I'm forgetting his name.
What name?
His name. Can you remember his name? Somebody remember his name, please.
I also forget his name. Let me go and see.
But anyhow, they had a stop. Callum Wilson. So they had Chris Wood.
Wilson.
They had Chris Wood as an emergency sort of option. But now Callum Wilson is back. So he's back. Callum Wilson is back, and his price will probably drop since he was out for the whole season last. So if he drops, he could be a great option. I think great option. Second, third striker option.
That time you intro me the Newcastle, the one very cheap one. That guy called what name?
Bruno Guimaraes, the other Bruno.
Yeah. This guy. And one
He
more,
could be
and one more.
who ASM Alan Saint Maximin, but I don't know about Alan Saint Maximin.
No.
Ryan Fraser, Ryan Fraser.
Yeah. This guy.
But I don't know about the prices. I think Bruno Guimaraes, his price definitely will go up. If his price go up, I don't know whether it'll be worth it anymore. But Ryan Fraser, maybe the price will keep the same, I think. Yeah. And then
Fraser, yeah.
depending
Fraser.
on the goalkeeper.
Willock also. Willock.
Willock, that's true. So a lot of decent sort of like mid-level, mid-tier prices are. So I think that's definitely
the triple is cheap.
He got injured so long. I wonder if his price will go down. But I think tough lah. I don't think they'll put in 4.5. I think it'll still be 5 lah. But 5 is still a not bad price for Trippier. How about Nick Pope? Will you go for Nick Pope? Brand new defense here with Newcastle, even a goalkeeper also.
Got Chan, Nick Pope.
Yeah. But
Newcastle,
I wonder if you.
I think going strong really. Someone with the
if Nick Pope is 5
support
if Nick Pope is 5 mil, right? If Nick Pope is 5 mil, right? I think he could be the a genuine like really good option FPL. Yeah, if he 5 mil. If he 5.5, a bit tricky.
Nick Pope, big 4.
But he's gonna be playing for an even better team now. He's playing for Newcastle now, not Burnley anymore.
And at Arsenal, the keeper
Ramsdale.
Always
no lah, but yeah, but Nick Pope last season played for Burnley, ma. This season played for Newcastle, even better team, man.
Yeah, lor. Good option. Yeah. You remind me, good option. Very good option, Nick Pope.
Yeah, good options.
Poke your backside.
Brand new defense.
Hope he don't poke your backside.
Got the sensor. Post editing. Anyhow, okay, so that's that. How about ASM? Are you interested? Alan Saint Maximin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Newcastle really if they continue their last season, the second half, fourth quarter the season, their form, Newcastle really very accepted a lot of players to buy. Yeah. To fill in the hole, and they are the price all very cheap one.
Should be cheaper than the top 6. There's no question there.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they'll probably be pushing for if not top 10, if not top 6, then definitely top 10. I think they got into top 10 last season. Top 10.
Top 9.
So they'll be aiming.
10, I think.
So they'll be aiming for top 6. Confirm, especially with all the Saudi money, like
6, you said. I think hard 6.
6 is hard but they aim with all the Saudi money. Sure to aim
not
for
like Chelsea. You see, Chelsea that time new owner, they buy a lot of star player, but Newcastle haven't really buy a lot of player there with all the money.
It's true Newcastle they bought a lot of players, a whole brand new defense, but they're not doing it by splashing on like star players, like you said. They're going more the like slow and steady route, slow and steady.
Oh no, they're not top 10. 11. Newcastle last season 11.
11 they 11. So I think they will try and aim for top 6 lah. Everybody wants to aim for high
striker. They won't buy new striker and midfielder.
The new striker difficult also no strikers around. We'll see what happens. I think they tried buying a new striker, but the deal fell through from a French club.
The who now free transfer the French guy, the Dyala. I don't know how to pronounce.
Dyala from what clubs? Yeah.
Juventus.
Oh, Dybala. He's not a forward. That one is more like creative attacking midfielder.
Striker lah.
But it looks like he's gonna be going to Inter I don't think he's coming to EPL
I don't know. He free transfer now
The rumors are that he's
free agent now. He free agent.
But the rumors are that he's gonna be going to Inter Milan rather than
Manchester United.
But he forever linked with United but that's a whole other matter. Anyhow, let's see ya.
Maybe.
Anyhow, let's move on. West Ham United.
Another interesting team. Very interesting.
Fixtures, first start with very difficult fixture. Home Man City, then away at Nottingham Forest. Home with Brighton, away at Villa. And then home with Spurs. Man City not too difficult. Tell us why. For West Ham, that's not too difficult.
Is they? No, oh no, wrong. Last season, Aston Villa again. The 3-2 is Aston Villa go West Ham. Yeah.
That's like last season game. Final game of season always crazy. Nah.
And
But anyhow,
every time starting
uh,
start of the season.
so anything from West Ham you interested in?
Oh Lord, Lingard. If he
Lingard,
go West Ham,
Lingardino, Lord Lingard. Huh?
if he
Okay,
go
yeah,
West Ham,
Lingard genuine
he
option. But
confirm go
how
West
about any?
Ham.
And like you said just now, you got very excited about Jared Bowen. So Bowen will be an option for you,
But
I'm guessing.
expensive, 7 million plus 8 million.
He's, I think he's gonna be at least 8 or 9 now. He has to go up in price.
Won't go
Last season he
9
really very cheap.
8 8.5
8 at least 8 or Saka also will go up to 8 at least. Both of them had exceptional seasons, both Saka and
Arsenal
really
just now jump. Maybe EMS.
EMS also probably price will go up. Emil Smith Rowe. I think he was 5.5 last season. I think he'll go up to at least 6 plus 7 at least.
Yeah.
Martinelli also will go up. We didn't talk about them just now, but I think they'll go up. There's no question. How about defenders? Are you interested in any?
Become too expensive, these two is the option to replace
Who? Which two?
EMS and Martini.
Oh, okay. Emil Smith Rowe and Martinelli for Arsenal. But what about West Ham? We're on West Ham now.
West Ham only Bowen, Lingard. Like that only.
Bowen, Lingard. How about defenders? Nobody from defense you interested in? Cresswell.
Only Cresswell.
Yeah. Only Cresswell, nobody else? How about some the centre back had some crazy performances last season. What's his name? Craig Dawson. He had some major headers. No. You're gonna stick to your right back, left backs, and wing backs, How about Vladimir Sufal?
Who is Sufal? I don't even know this guy. I don't know this
He's
guy.
A right back for West Ham.
Oh, Sufal. Yeah. But I go for Crash.
How about in midfield, Fornals, Lanzini? Are you interested in any of that?
Rotation.
Rotation too tricky. And how about the? You sure it's only Bowen that you'll be interested in West Ham? How about last season, the early storming Michael Antonio?
If he 8 million,
as a striker option.
Need to fill in. These are the striker. Wilson, him is all the fill in one.
Wilson, Antonio, but definitely not DCL from the way you were talking about it. You're not too
DCL
hopeful.
And not the Aston Villa, the striker, the one called name.
Watkins.
Yeah, I know Watkins. I don't like him.
How about Bamford?
Jimmy Bamford.
Patrick Bamford from Leeds.
Why you suddenly talk about relegated team?
Well, I mean, you're talking about DCL.
No service already. Still have Bamford can score because of service. Main guys sell already. You wait for Daniel James to cross to him.
So it looks like our preseason predictions are Leeds and Everton going down. Let's see. Okay, finally, on this page we have Wolves. So they start with going away to Leeds, then home Fulham, away at Spurs, Newcastle home, and finally away at Bournemouth. Week 6, especially week 7 to 10 is very, very tough. But weeks 1 to 6, not bad. The fixtures. Will you be interested in any of the players from Wolves? Maybe the keeper.
Hey, Wolves sell any?
There's been talk about selling Ruben Neves, but that's not happened. So it seems like the team is pretty intact.
To Manchester, right? United.
There was talk about it, but then that never happened. So that's there. But I think there's some genuine options at Wolves. Like if they, repeat their sort of early season form from last season. If we remember, they got most of their points from like the first half of the season. Remember, the second half of the season, then they really. That's why we don't really talk about.
They joined the relegation fight.
Yeah. But the first half of the season, they were really good, right? They had solid defense. They didn't score that many goals, of course, but very very solid defense. So do you think any of their defenders you might be interested in, even if they're sort of right back and left back, maybe a Johnny, someone like Johnny? He came back from injury, came back very strong once he came back, and that was the second half of the season when Wolves won.
Their defense also a lot of rotation.
You think so?
Wolf. They got a lot of
But like,
defender. See, they buy the who
good
are the Sayers SAISS.
yeah, Roman Saiz.
Sayers, they you see buy already also not every game play, always rotate. Let me
He
see.
played most games. Their centre backs were like were playing most games, wasn't it? Connor Cody, Tillman, they were playing most games, wasn't it? Yeah. But
Maybe I
Johnny,
will
how about
buy
Johnny?
Johnny. Johnny who? Where got Johnny? Are you looking at their squad? Where got Johnny?
Yeah, there's a Johnny. I think he plays like right back mostly, but left back as well, if I'm not wrong.
No, I looking at their squad. Maybe never update. But
There, Johnny.
oh yeah,
Then,
Johnny. I saw the
other
Spain
left.
guy.
I mean, a cheap one could be Out Nuri. Last season he was only 4.5. Out Nuri. Maybe I think he will remain 4. I mean, maybe go up to 5. I know, but that could be a decent option.
Is he a
4.5.
starter or not? Confirm starter?
I mean, that's the thing. We don't know. Like you said, the rotation is there because last season Ait Nuri rotated a lot with Fernando Marsal, so we don't know there.
I thought the who go sell or it's not sell. It's go on loan only. Tory.
Who? Which
The
story?
muscular guy, Adama.
Oh, Adama Traore. That was a loan, so he might come back actually. So we'll see what happens. If he comes back, he could be. Well, I don't know, man. Like he's a lot of flash, but
I definitely went by him. Muscle only this guy.
yeah,
Shoot 10
he
times
doesn't
already,
really.
don't even have one goal.
He doesn't really return. He's a lot of promise, but a lot of hot air. How about Jimenez? Raul Jimenez. He didn't really perform last season, but do you think he might come back this season?
Expensive.
Raul Jimenez, too expensive. But I think his price will probably come down
price
because he
same
didn't.
Same as Wilson price.
You rather go Wilson, huh?
I rather go Wilson. Oh, yeah. Confirm go Wilson.
But,
Wilson and him choose. I choose Wilson.
But the first 6 fixtures are not bad, Wolves. So I think can think about it, especially if you want to like plug the squad with some like decent options. Someone like Johnny or maybe Jimenez, you know. If you
slot
find,
in like
Wilson is more expensive.
maybe Cody. Because Cody sure starter ma.
Maybe Cody. Yeah, Cody's a sure starter. You're right.
The what Kilman? Kilman not sure starter. For Wolf defense.
Tillman started almost every game last season as well. Almost every game. Yeah. Until the situation with Ukraine, then he like missed 1 or 2 games because his mother is from Ukraine, so it's a bit tricky. Pedro Neto. What about Pedro Neto? Do you think he could be an option, Pedro Neto, for Wolves? He was exciting, very exciting, last season. But that's what I think. Neto. Right. Was that? I think he'll be listed as a midfielder. Yeah. Attacking midfielder, so so it could be good options. Or Podence too, Podence or Neto. Depending on the price.
5-something million, right? 5-something million.
Yeah. Podence and Neto.
For the first 5 feature, this few player can consider to slot in.
Because Wolves fixtures not bad. The first 6 fixtures really not bad.
Either sand between the pepper.
Okay, let's round it up with the 4 last teams, 3 of which are the newly promoted teams. So we see a lot of red because, they're newly promoted. We don't know how they're going to be doing in EPL. So first we have Bournemouth. They have first start with Aston Villa at home, then away at Man City, home Arsenal, away at Liverpool, and then 5th home Wolves, which also might be tricky for them. Let's see what happens. But there's some really genuinely interesting, like options. Like you're talking about budget options, right? So Bournemouth, they have Dominic Solanke, this striker. He did very well last season as well. Would you be interested in him?
If cheap, I buy him
maybe a punt.
Buy him to slot.
I
the price to just slot in only.
I mean, you were saying like, oh, prices go up, but our squad value remains the same. So it's about the newly promoted teams, lah. Huh? So like someone like Solanke, maybe as a third striker, if he's like, but I think he'd be priced quite at least 6.57. So it'll be tricky to plug him in. But let's see. Maybe someone like David Brooks as a midfielder.
Just now, Wolf, the Huang also very cheap, slot in 5 million plus only.
Huang. David Brooks as a midfielder, that could be interesting. I'm unsure about
this four team, I totally don't know what their player is. So
even Southampton, you're not sure. I put Southampton there because they have a very tough run of fixtures in the first five. So it's just like maybe can be avoided. But in terms to plug in Fulham, the big name is of course Alexander Mitrovic. He broke the record in the championship last season. Let's talk about the fixture first. So Fulham, they start very tough. Liverpool at home, then they go to Wolves away. Third fixture, Brentford at home, decent. Fourth fixture away at Arsenal, tough. Fifth fixture, home, Brighton. But then you see week 6 to 10 also quite tough. They have Tottenham, Chelsea, Newcastle is also quite tough, and then West Ham.
Tough lah. Actually, you don't need to read out their picture lah. All these four are very tough. I won't even consider them. I scared their price drop.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe if Mitrovic starts scoring goals, who knows? Or maybe Harry Wilson for Fulham.
Mitrovic
so maybe
stay with Fulham. So many seasons. That time Fulham promote also. Wow, they buy a lot of Mitrovic. Also, like that only.
This is the thing. I mean, he's a bit.
He's been very good. Come out EPL a bit like shit.
That's the thing. So far he's been a bit of a troll for FPL. Is make or break. Let's see if he does something in EPL this season.
But very good. EPL like shit.
But it's a tough run of fixtures to start off the season, especially week 1 and week 4.
So this 4 team for me is no. It's straight away no.
So next one, Nottingham Forest.
To me, like
very quickly,
that picture like this 4 team fight with Leeds and Everton together. Relegation battle maybe.
But let's go through them very quickly. So Nottingham Forest, first we away at Newcastle, home West Ham, third fixture away at Everton, fourth fixture home Tottenham, and fifth, very tough, away at Man City.
Very tough, yes.
Very tough, another tough run of fixtures. Although I think Everton, I classified that wrongly. Everton, there's a possibility that might get something there. But then Tottenham, Man City, West Ham, and even Newcastle. Newcastle, as they showed last season, their home form, they were a fortress at home already. So it was really very tough for people visiting them. So I think Nottingham Forest early season, I think you're right. Is an avoid. An avoid. I mean, some interesting players, I mentioned this to you before, is Brennan Johnson. He's done well for Wales. He did well in the championship last season as well. But I mean, these newly promoted teams, you want to avoid their defenders. You might as well go for a Brighton defense or a Newcastle defense.
Or even Brentford
defense.
Brentford defense, yeah.
Brentford defense, but yeah, the newly, especially with these fixtures, I think it's really avoid, like you said.
Yep.
Avoid. Okay, very quickly, then finally we have Southampton. They start by going away at Spurs, second fixture, home Leeds, third fixture away at Leicester, fourth fixture, home Man United, and finally fifth fixture, Chelsea at home. Also reasonably tough, actually very tough. I mean, Spurs gonna be tough. Conte with a very improved team, which was very good already last season, but they've made some very astute and good signings. Going away to Leicester, and then you have Man United and Chelsea at home. Southampton, it's gonna be tough for them,
Their only hope, only Leeds,
Yeah, tough. I mean, Man United is hard to say. It's hard to say with Man United, but so. Last season's standout breakout sort of budget option was Tony Livramento, but I don't think he's going to be 4.5 anymore. I think he's going to be at least. Wait, he started at 4, right? It wasn't even 4.5, right? He started at 4 million.
I never take note.
Yeah, both of us did not jump on that bandwagon. We missed that boat completely. That's one thing that we lost to our league rivals. A lot of them had Livramento. That was our problem.
Cheap, ma. Very cheap, ma.
He was very cheap. He was very, very cheap.
4 million.
But how about other options? How about Kyle Walker-Peters? Would you be interested in a James
Ward-Prowse? I totally give up. Same, I totally give up on Southampton.
Adam Armstrong, Che Adams, nothing. Those fixtures are a bit too tough, especially the first 5. That's rough, man.
To me,
That's rough. Southampton fans, I see your pain, and I hope it works out. But we have some relegation candidates, so let's see, especially because of this tough run of fixtures in the first 5 weeks, first 5 to 10 weeks.
actually,
Okay, so
see they who this 4 team only can wait until after 5th week, 4 week. After fourth
okay.
week, 5th week, see how they perform. Or any star player
Yeah,
come out, they can buy their
yeah.
striker because sure very cheap.
I mean,
Their player
it will
a
be
lot
an
unknown. Their player a lot unknown. Is good to buy because it's very cheap to slot in. You
yeah,
won't have
yeah,
so much money to buy expensive or even average striker is
yeah.
8-9 million. You don't have so much money on. So these are the option to slot in their cheap striker. Then suddenly they
Yeah,
lose.
you're right.
They maybe lose 3-2, 3-1.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
striker
yeah.
one goal. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Then,
Solanke, Mitrovic, maybe they'll have some returns. Maybe Brendan Johnson and Nottingham Forest. I mean, especially if they can prove themselves, if they can perform against these in these tough fixtures against these big teams. Then I think you're right. They definitely become like options that we must consider, especially if we want to round out the squad. If we want some budget options, average
so yeah,
midfield
you not need to
options.
round the squad. You buy their striker. You definitely cannot buy their defense. Cannot buy
This
their
is true,
midfield.
lah. Defense will
You
be
only
very
can buy
tricky.
their striker is maybe cost about 5 million plus only their
Yeah.
striker. 5-6 million only, and then slot in there lor. Hope they pop one goal.
Okay.
If not 2
But
points.
that brings we've discussed all the fixtures. So thank you, Hokkien Me. It looks like we've got all the fixtures. Thank you very much to all the ghosts and ancestors out there who have been listening to us. We look forward to seeing all of you next week when FPL is officially launched and we can look at the prices when the prices are
And we will
revealed.
do our first draft of our team if the
Yes, first
first
draft
draft.
indeed. That's
Yes.
right. Okay, so this is FPL Potato Me signing off. I'm Mushroom Head and this is Hokkien Me. Bye bye, everybody.
You.
Okay, end recording.